Dear faculties, welcome to the GATE Academy. In this video, you'll be learning how to take the live sessions using the new live class platform of the GATE Academy. So to begin with, this year, in the year 2021, we have changed our live class platform from Zoom to this inbuilt platform of the GATE Academy. And in this new platform, most of the features will be similar to that of the Zoom, except few features which are unique to the platform. So the first thing is, you will be getting the class link, the live class link in your lecture plan itself. So please note this difference. A faculty can join the live class directly through a link which is shared in their live lecture plan. Let me take through the example. Here you can see a sample lecture plan which is for control systems. The faculty has filled in the details here. As a standard protocol of the GATE Academy live sessions, you will be shared a sheet like this for you to fill the lecture title for every schedule you get. So the faculty will be filling this form before the session. So as you can see in the column F, you will be updating the live lecture title, and for you to join the live session, instead of the mail which was the regular practice, now we'll be sharing the live class link in the lecture title itself. So if I take you through this example, you can see here the lecture title has turned blue. It simply means that the name which was updated by the faculty is now updated with the live class link. So you will be getting the link for your live session in the lecture title of your particular schedule. So the lecture title will be updated in your lecture plan 2 to 3 hours before the live session. If it is not updated 1 hour before the live session, please talk to the studio coordinator immediately. Now, taking you to the second example. So here I have created a demo link for this recording purpose. As you can see, I have updated the lecture title here, and the lecture and the live class link is available for me as a faculty in the same place. So once I can either copy paste it in a new tab or simply click on this link. As soon as I click on the link, a new window will open, and this is the window. Now in this new window, you will get a welcome note with the details of topic, lecture name, start time. Please ignore the topic name because it is common for all the live sessions, whereas the lecture name is your particular lecture title. So please note that it is matching or not. If it is not matching, kindly talk to the studio coordinator immediately. And also check the class timings. Suppose you have two sessions on the same day, it might happen that you are clicking on the wrong link at the wrong time. Okay, so please make sure to check this. Another important thing you can get is to check your devices. So if you click on the check your devices, you will be getting the options to check your devices, your video, screen, audio, whether mic is working properly or not. Those settings will be there. Now, because I have not on my webcam, it is showing buffering signal is coming. So I'm just going to close this now. So I'll be starting this session. So another important thing for you to note here is the link which has been shared to you gives you a liberty to start the session. And we request faculty to start the session 5 minutes early of the session time and immediately share the screen that the session will start exactly at the 5 p.m. or whatever is the scheduled time. And meanwhile, they can keep talking to the students. Instead of keeping the students waiting, what you can do is you can on your camera keep speaking to the students on the general note, ask their queries, like, just a general talk in the beginning of the session. Prep talk will definitely help the students and motivate them. So we request you to log into the session 5 minutes early and keep the students engaged. Now that you're all set to start the session, click on the start button and enter the live class platform. Now, this is how the new platform looks. Once you are in this page, you have to do certain settings. The first thing is you on the camera. As soon as the on the camera, as soon as you on the camera, you can see there is a blinking here. So your microphone is working. You can also check the same by asking the students the same question. They will reply in the chat, which will become visible in the chat section. Now you also have to on your webcam. Select the camera of the laptop. As soon as you on your camera, you can see your video. So if you are starting your camera, the mic will automatically get on, switched on. So if you have any problems in starting your camera, please check the settings which will be available here in the settings page. So you can do the checking of your settings in this page. So you can see here I have selected the HP True Vision HD camera, which is inbuilt in my laptop. So while switching on your camera, make sure that you are selecting the right camera. And if you want to switch off your camera also, you have to click on the camera icon and deselect it. So by doing this, you can deselect the camera. So you have noticed that there was an echo coming. It simply means that when you're switching on the camera, the mic automatically gets switched on. So be careful while handling the camera off and on. Moving on, we have another option, that is share your screen option. Then comes whiteboard option. Then unmute all participants, which is not recommended. Please make sure that it is always muted. The participants are muted. So how do you get to know whether the participants are muted or not? The color of the icon changes. You can see the camera is on here. That is the reason the camera color is highlighted in blue. So whenever any setting gets activated, the color changes to blue. So please keep the participants muted. If you are unmuting them, you are giving both audio and video control to them and the writing controls as well. So there you are giving most of the controls to the person with whom you have shared the controls. Now there is a poll question. So you can add a question during the session if you want to take any survey. Next comes the settings, where the settings will be there for the faculty. Enable notifications, handouts is there. Please ignore other settings here and use only settings. Please do not share any handouts through this platform in the live session, because the handouts should be shared through the Gate Academy studio operator itself. Kindly pass on to the studio team so that they can share the handouts. Another important thing is, do not end the session through this platform. This right is reserved for the studio operator. So a humble request is that when the session is over, you can inform the studio operator and request them to end the session. So if the studio coordinator is ending the session, how will the faculty do the exit from this live session? You simply have to come here and see there is an exit button. So kindly click on this and click on OK, so that you will be able to leave the session without ending the session. So as of now, I am cancelling this exit option because I have to continue recording. So, huh. So now we have seen the basic settings. Now let's go to the important setting, that is the screen share settings. Okay. So faculty can share their screen and use any other application, whether it is PPT or OneNote, whichever they are comfortable with for this live session. So I'll be using the OneNote. So if I have to share OneNote in this live platform, first I have to open the OneNote and keep it in the maximized window. Please note this. You have to start the OneNote application and keep it in the maximum window. So as of now, I have kept that in the maximum window, and what I'll be doing is I'll be only switching the tabs. Please note this. So once I have kept it in the maximum window, this live class interface will get hidden. So what I'll be doing, I'll be moving my cursor on my taskbar and selecting the live class tab and opening it. So I am not minimizing OneNote, I am only switching the tabs. Now that I have switched my tab, I'm in the live class window. Now I'll go to my screen share option. I'll go to the window. Then OneNote will become visible as an application. Please note there are three options to share. One is your entire screen, one is the window, and another is the Chrome tab. What we recommend in the live session is window only. Do not share at any cost your entire screen, because whatever chat you are seeing, even the students will be able to see if you are sharing your screen completely. So please note, you do not share your entire screen. You can either share a window or a Chrome tab, but what we recommend is only the window. For this, you have to open the application which you want to share, whether it is OneNote or a PPT or anything else. You have to keep it open in the maximized condition and switch the tab to the live class, then start sharing the screen. So, what happens if I minimize OneNote? Please note here the Chrome, in this window tab, you can see Archana's notebook because it is now in the maximized condition. What I'll do, I'll go to the OneNote, I'll minimize it. So OneNote is gone. OneNote is not visible now. This is what happens if you minimize the OneNote tab. So I'll go back to the OneNote in my taskbar and I'll keep it in the maximized condition. Then I'm switching the tab. I'm just switching the tab and you can see the OneNote reappears in this window tab. Now I'll be selecting this. Please note you have to select it. Once you select, this share becomes active. Suppose if you're not selecting anything, this is not active yet. Let me show again. I have not selected anything, so share, I cannot click on share. So once I select, I can click on share. Share button becomes active. Now I start sharing the screen. As soon as I start sharing the screen, the live class window is not visible. Correct? So where it is gone? It is now hidden. So I have to check in my taskbar where it is. Then I have to come back to this place in order to see the controls. Now, important thing to note, when you're taking the live class, you do not need this live class interface. What you need is your screen only. Suppose if I'm going to the screen, that is my OneNote, what will be visible to me? Only OneNote is visible to me. My video is not visible and my chat is not visible. Now, how to bring video and chat to my OneNote? A similar setup to that of the Zoom. So we faculties are used to taking sessions through the Zoom. We very comfortably bring the chat and the video onto my OneNote and I start taking the session. But here, both are not coming. What to do? So for that, there is a setting in the new platform. So again, in your tab, in your taskbar, please note, I am not minimizing anything. I am switching the window. I'm going to my OneNote. I'm going to my live class tab and there is an option here. Okay. When you are moving your cursor on the right hand side, okay, at the interface where the chat and the live class meets, you can see two icons. One is an icon which hides the chat unhides the chat. You can hide the chat or unhide the chat. Students also have the same interface. Now on the top you can see the chat window pop out option. So if you're taking the live session through this platform for the first time, you have to download a software to pop out the chat and install it. Because I have already installed it, as soon as I click on this, I'll get a window like this as open chat pop up. So you can see here the chat window has popped out. But if you're doing for the first time, a small window opens here like this with a downloadable link for the software. If you click on this download link option, you will get a software downloaded and you have to install it. Please note it, you have to install the software. Once you install the software, second time when you click on that, you will get the chat window popped out like this. Now you have to close this manually. Then switch your window to OneNote. You can see the chat option. So you can see the chat option which is popped out. Now you can very comfortably see the chats from the students. Okay. So there'll be two kinds of chats. One is from the students and another kind of chat is from the studio team. Please note the studio team will be responding to the queries in the chat section only. So important thing to note is always make sure that the group chat is disabled as soon as you log into the live class, because we do not want the students to discuss among themselves and create a problem in the class. Hence, make sure that the group chat is always disabled. By default, it will come as disabled, but we also request the faculties to check once before they start the session. Now the chat window is popped out. What about the video? In this setting, the video pop out is not available. So video pop out option is not available. Hence the faculties should be little more careful. Now the students will be replying to the students will be posting their queries in the chat section. So once they are posting the queries in the chat section, you have an option to reply in public or reply in private. We recommend that if at all, if there is a need to reply to the chat through written text, kindly do it as a private message. Suppose it is a very good question which everybody should be knowing, then we request you to address the student by the name and repeat the query and then answer the question. Like for example, hello Archana, I can see your query. You're asking what is the weightage of this subject in the GATE examination. Well, this subject has a very good weightage of 10 marks in the GATE examination, and these are the important topics for that. So you're repeating the query, you're telling the name of the student, and then you are answering so that the other students can relate to what you are speaking. There is one more very important information that I would like to give here, which is related to the chat section. Unlike Zoom platform, there is no separate Q&A section for the non-subject related queries. When I tell this, it simply means both subject related and the non-subject related queries will be coming in the same chat box. Yes, both are coming in the same chat box. So, how do faculties make a decision as which one to pick and which one to avoid? So, it is very simple. Faculties have to take up only subject related queries, and the non subject related queries will be picked up dedicatedly by the studio team. The studio team will be very proactive in picking and replying to the non subject related queries. If at all the faculties feel that the number of non subject related queries are moving up, what we suggest to the faculties is to orally request the students and tell them these statements. Dear students, we can see that there are more number of non-subject related queries coming in the chat section. we request you to go through a live class manual link which is being posted in the chat. So the studio team is sharing this live class manual link. So the live class manual link has all the details related to the non-subject queries regarding the live class sessions, the interface, the notes, and other things. There is an FAQ section in the same sheet, so we request you to go through that sheet and see if your query gets resolved. If you feel that the sheet cannot answer your query, we request you to raise a ticket to the support team, and your queries will be channelized and will reach to the right people at the right place. If you're putting your queries here, as I will not be picking up the non-subject related queries, it will not reach the concerned people, and hence your problems will remain as it is. So please make sure that you are using the proper channel to reach the right people. So this is the statement we request the faculties to give. So when I tell the live class manual, the studio team will be sharing the message with the student which will have the link for the live class manual, and this live class manual is a document which will give all the information related as to how the students can log into this new platform live session and take advantage of it, and what are the steps and guidelines for that. So let me take you through that document quickly. So you can see here, this is the document for the live class manual. Okay, so here the students will get step by step guidance as how to log into their session with the image references wherever possible, how they can log into the session, join the session, and make use of the session, how to see the live recording, where the notes will be available. All these details are available in the same document for the students. Apart from this, the students can also get the information on some of the common queries under the FAQ sections. So there is a FAQ section in the same document where the students can look into the queries. And if they feel that this cannot be answered, this sheet is not answering their queries, so they have to send a mail to the support team, and that is the proper channel to reach the right people. So we are requesting faculties to give this information to the students. So this message will be shared with the students in all the sessions at least twice in any particular session, so that the students who are joining late also get the message. Going back to the live class. So once you are done with the session, so kindly make sure that you end the session on time with the 5 minutes or 10 minutes buffer maximum, and please inform the host to end the session. And any issues during the live sessions, please reach out to the host. You will be kept informed as who will be hosting your session in the same lecture plan, and the first column of the lecture plan, the host details will be updated. So we request you to kindly make note of that, and whenever you are facing any technical challenge in the live session, the first person to reach out would be the host. So because the host should be given communication so that they can give the communication to the students. So let's have a quick summary. So in this new platform, the faculty will be getting a live class link in their lecture plan under the lecture title section. That is the, if you move your cursor, if the faculty moves the cursor over the lecture plan, they can see the link. So once you click on the link, you will be redirected to a new window from where you will get an option to start the session. So click on the start now option and start your session. Switch on your microphone, then camera, then please check if the group chat is disabled. Keep your OneNote application window in the maximized condition. Then switch the tab, come to the live session tab and start sharing the screen through share window option, and you'll be able to see your OneNote. Now switch the tab, go back to the live class session, pop out the chat, close this window, switch the tab, go to the OneNote and continue with the session. Please note there is no video pop-out option in this application. Hence, you have to remember to look into the camera again and again. So once the session is over, we request you to switch to the live class interface and exit the session but not end the session. Before ending the session, please do inform the host. Please note there is no Q&A section in this application. Hence, we request you to guide the students to look into the TGA manual which is created and the link of which will be shared in the chat box by the host. So if the query is not answered by any of this, if the document is not helping them, then the right channel to reach the right people is through the support mail. So they have to raise a ticket to the support team and put their queries there so that their queries get answered at the right time. So I hope that this session was helpful in learning how to use the Gate Academy's new live class platform. If you feel that you need more assistance, please feel free to call me. I am reachable on the number 95134 Hope this video has helped you. Thank you. Have a great day.